Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're going to be talking about a future so wild it makes melting sand to build computers seem like child's play.
Hmm.
We're diving into this excerpt from The Intelligence Age, came out just last month,
Right.
and it predicts that we are only thousands of days away from something called superintelligence.
Yeah.
Now,
Thousands of days.
I know, right?
That's nothing.
It's like right around the corner. So whether you're like, a tech genius or just curious about what the future holds, this deep dive is going to get you up to speed on what this really means.
What really struck me when I read this article was just the boldness of that claim.
Yeah.
Thousands of days. We're talking like a blink of an eye in terms of how fast technology can move.
Exactly. And I don't know about you, but when I hear superintelligence, I immediately go to sci-fi movies, robots taking over the world.
Oh, yeah.
So let's break this down. What does superintelligence actually mean in this context?
So it seems like they're using it to refer to a level of artificial intelligence that can not only assist us, like humans, but actually surpasses human intelligence
Well,
across basically every task and every cognitive ability.
yeah.
So think about it this way. We're not just talking about AI that can listen to what we're asking it to do and then respond. We're
Yeah.
talking about AI that is actively solving problems, innovating, maybe even like setting its own goals. Goals that might be, so far beyond what we can even imagine right now.
Okay, so they're basically saying AI will be calling the shots, not just taking our orders. But how do we even get to that point? I get the melting sand analogy to it shows how far we've come in being able to manipulate materials at this super tiny scale.
Hmm.
But super intelligence just seems like a whole other ballgame.
Yeah, and that's where this idea of deep learning comes in.
Okay.
The article really focuses on how deep learning is what is speeding us up towards this intelligence age. Imagine showing a kid a million pictures of cats and dogs.
Right.
Eventually, they'll be able to tell the difference, right?
Yeah.
Deep learning is basically the same thing, just on a much larger scale,
Okay.
with much more information, much more complexity. It's basically you give these AI systems tons and tons of data, and you let them learn from it and adapt until they can do things that, honestly, we never thought would be possible.
So it's like we're laying the foundation for this intelligence age with every piece of data we make, every algorithm.
Exactly. And the way the author connects something as, I don't know, I guess normal as making computer chips from sand
Right.
to this big, grand vision of the intelligence age. That's what I really like. They're making this parallel between how we've learned to manipulate the world around us to where we're going next with intelligence itself, like our own intelligence.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and here's where I think it starts to get really, really interesting.
Okay.
So the article, it doesn't frame superintelligence as this scary thing, Terminator or, robots taking over.
Yeah.
It actually frames it as AI being our partner.
Okay.
We're collaborating.
Interesting.
Yeah. So it's like having this team of, geniuses on call
Mhm.
who can help you with basically anything.
It's like upgrading from a basic set of tools to
Right.
having a full-blown workshop
Yeah.
with,
Fingertip.
every tool you could possibly imagine. But instead of tools, it's like brilliant minds
Yes.
with specialized knowledge in every single area.
Okay.
One example they give is education. So imagine a virtual tutor
Okay.
that can basically change the way it teaches
Right.
to perfectly match how each student learns best.
Oh, wow. Now that's the kind of AI I can get down with.
Right.
No more one size fits all lesson plans.
Yeah.
Exactly. Everybody gets exactly what they need.
Personalized education, yeah.
Imagine how much faster we could learn if we had that.
Exactly. And it's not just education.
Yeah.
Think about healthcare.
Okay.
AI could analyze all of your medical data
Right.
and give doctors the most accurate diagnoses, treatment plans, everything.
Wow.
Or how about software development?
Okay.
The article basically says that the only limit will be our own imagination.
Oh, wow.
We won't be held back by coding anymore.
So you're saying if we can dream it up, AI can just make it happen.
Basically, yeah.
Wow. That's a bold claim.
It is a bold claim, and it speaks to how much potential the author sees in this whole intelligence age thing. Because, it's not about making what we already do a little bit easier. It's about unlocking these, completely new possibilities that, honestly, we can't even wrap our heads around right now.
It's giving me some serious Iron Man Jarvis vibes.
Oh, yeah.
But Instead of just Tony Stark having it, everybody gets their own Jarvis.
Right, exactly.
What would you even do with that,
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments, because I would love to hear what you guys would do if you had, like, your own AI assistant. Like, that's incredible.
It's mind-blowing.
But I have to ask, like, this all sounds a little too good to be true, Like,
Yeah.
all this potential, everything's personalized.
Right.
It's almost like a utopia.
It does sound kind of utopian.
Yeah, so let's let's be real for a second. This intelligence age, it sounds amazing on paper, but we've all heard that saying, right? Like, money can't buy happiness.
Right.
I mean, there are a lot of unhappy millionaires out there.
It's true.
So even if we have all this incredible AI and abundance and, everything's personalized, does that automatically mean that everybody's going to be happier and live more fulfilling lives?
Yeah, that's the big question, isn't it?
It is.
And I will say, to the author's credit, they don't try to avoid that question.
Okay.
They admit that just having more stuff doesn't equal happiness.
Right.
But their argument is that this abundance, this intelligence age that's coming, it could actually help us create a more positive and a more equal future.
Okay, now you've got my attention, because honestly, so far our track record with, like, evenly distributing wealth and opportunity is not great.
Yeah, that's an understatement.
Yeah.
But this idea that the author brings up, they call them positive sum games.
Okay.
It's basically this idea that once AI levels the playing field and creates more abundance for everyone, we can move away from that, like, scarcity mindset,
Okay.
Where it's like if one person wins, somebody else has to lose.
Right, like a zero-sum game.
Exactly. But imagine if everyone had the chance to, like, reach their full potential, where it was
Yeah.
all about collaboration and everyone moving forward together.
Okay, I like where you're going with this,
Yeah.
but I mean, realistically, what would actually need to change for that to happen? Because we're talking about, like, a complete, societal transformation.
100%. And the author actually emphasizes that a lot. They say we need to be proactive.
Okay.
Like, we need to be shaping this intelligence age,
Right.
not just letting it happen to us, So that means we need to think really hard about our values as a society, how we do things, how we even define work.
Right.
How do we make sure that these benefits that AI is going to bring, how do we make sure that everyone benefits?
Right.
Not just, the same people who always benefit.
It's a lot to think about, but that's what these deep dives are for, right?
Yeah.
To get us thinking about the big picture.
Exactly.
And to wrap things up today, it seems like this article is pretty optimistic about the future.
Yeah.
It's saying that AI is going to be our partner in all of this.
Right.
But it also leaves us with this really important question. What role do we want to play in shaping this intelligence age? Because in the end, just like AI, the future is really what we make it.
I completely agree.